Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to the Division III championship game here on the campus of Southern New Hampshire University, the Penman Fieldhouse. I'm Pete Terrier. I got John Kesty on the other side of the video camera, and we got the defending champs, the Pelham Pythons, the #1 seed in this tournament, going up against the newcomer. First time in a championship game since 1999. The third-seeded Kearsarge Cougars. Should be a tremendous game. Pelham got here by virtue of a 57-42 victory over Hopkinton in the Final Four on Wednesday night. Meanwhile, Kearsarge took out Conant, which everybody thought it was going to be Pelham and Conant, but not so fast, my friend. The Kearsarge Cougars are here. They win in overtime, 34-31 against the Orioles, and they're going for a state championship game. We'll get you all the highlights, all the play-by-play, the post-game reaction as well with the winning team and the winning coach. It's the Division III championship game, and it's right here on nhsportspage.com. And we want to thank our sponsor for the day, Concord Orthopedics. Concord Orthopedics, multiple locations all over the fine state of New Hampshire. They got one in New London, they got one in Concord, of course, they got one in Windham and in Derry, and they provide athletic training services, orthopedic care for many local high school programs, from Kearsarge all the way down to Pinkerton Academy, and we really appreciate the support from Concord Orthopedics. Out there in the back row with Tommy Johnson, leading scorer the other night with 15. Storozic with the basketball now, and immediately a steal by Brown. Brown's going to take it to the basket, lays it up and in with the left hand, and Pelham strikes first. It's 2-0 on a steal in the hoop by Keith Brown. Brown gets it away. DiLoretto at the free throw line, fires it left baseline. Pantaleo now to Nystrom. Right side Frank, 18-footer is off the mark. Offensive rebound, Pantaleo. It's blocked by Matos. Here comes Nordzi. Left side Johnson. Johnson kicks it. Storozic now back to Nordzi. They'll reset. Nordzi dribbles it to the left, now in the left corner to Johnson. Johnson puts it on the floor. Johnson into the lane. Johnson scoops it up. Scoring the foul. Tom Johnson with the bucket, and the Cougars are on top 4. Free throw line. Nordzi down the lane. Nordzi takes it in. Nordzi flips it up. No. And the rebound, Keith Brown is going to push it with the dribble. Has it left side. Gets up in the air. Throws it Gagnon. 18-footer. It's good. Trevor Gagnon, they gave him 3. I thought he had a foot on the line, but apparently the foot was on the college line. The high school line is a little harder to see. It is a light-colored line. So a 3 by Gagnon, and Pelham's on top by 3, 7-4. Guarded by Gagnon. Left-hand corner, it's Nordzi. Nordzi swings it, free throw line, up top of the 3 now, Taylor Matos. He's going to take a one-handed runner. Offensive foul. Keith Brown took the charge as all 6'8" of Taylor Matos was barreling his way, and Brown, in danger of picking up his 3rd foul on a block, stood in there without fear and took the charge. The basket does not count. It's still 10-4. Pelham on top. Look back at his coach Matt Regan, see what he wants for a play. Here's Frank. Frank, bounce pass underneath Lauren. Couple of fakes blocked by Zach Matos. Matos tried to throw the pass to his brother. It bounced off of him, went right back to Zach. Johnson's going to throw it up top to Padico with the kick to Taylor Matos. He's going to drive off the window. It's good. And Lauren just got hit in the midsection. He is down. They're going to stop inside. Bounce past the free throw line. DiLoretto, the kick out to Gagnon. Gagnon puts it on the floor once, feeds Pantaleo at the free throw line. Feeds it up top to Brown. It's a steal by Ipadico. Ipadico on the drive. Brown almost picked up his 3rd foul. And then Ipadico got away from him and scored. And it's 10-8. Brown reached, and then he remembered, oh yeah, I got 2 fouls. I better not pick up my 3rd. Cross-court pass, Gagnon faked on the 3, puts it on the floor. Now his pass is picked off. Brown, though, re-steals it, funnels it to Pantaleo. There was bodies all over the place. Frank, high arcer, good! Over Zach Matos. Kyle Frank, the presence of mind to throw it way up in the air, and it brought rain and brought 2 points, 12-8. Pelham back on top by 4. With possession. The entry pass for Brown, picked off by Johnson. Johnson's going to go to the basket and lay it in. Nice job of body control as Kyle Frank was coming over to apply some D. And Johnson closes the gap to 2, 12, 10. Nordzi with it, right-hand side with the dribble. Nordzi down the left of the lane. Nordzi scoops it up and in. Pretty move by Trent Nordzi. He's on the board for his first two, as all 5 players on the floor right now have scored for Kearsarge, and we're tied at 12. Pass Frank. Frank gets it at the free throw line. DiLoretto now finds Gagnon for 3, and he puts his second 3-ball in. Trevor Gagnon off the bench has got 6 points, and the lead is 3 for Pelham, 15-12. Ipadico dribbling in the middle, goes to Nordzi, right wing. Nordzi down low, Zach Matos, right baseline, turns, fires, missed it. Offensive rebound and a putback by Tom Johnson. Johnson's got 6, the lead is 4. We want to thank our fine sponsor, Concord Orthopedics, for helping support the coverage of today's game. Concord Orthopedics, with offices in New London, Concord, Derry, and Wyndham. They provide orthopedic care for many local high school programs, from Kearsarge all the way down to Pinkerton. And Concord Orthopedics has a Saturday morning acute injury clinic that's open for athletes, patients who need help on the weekend. You can walk in the Concord office anytime between 9 o'clock in the morning and 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday at the Concord Orthopedics Acute Injury Clinic in Concord. Concord Orthopedics, also the team physicians for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. So in there, Starozic is on the bench to start the half, so the Matos brothers, Johnson, Nordzi, on the drive. Johnson, offensive foul. DiLoretto standing his ground. And for Tom Johnson, that's his first. DiLoretto went down. Hopefully he's okay. Underneath, they find Taylor Matos. He's against Nystrom, and he's just too tall. And put it in, 19-16 for another game in the 30s. Here's Frank with it. Left side, Gagnon. Gagnon, bounce pass Brown, got free, now he's double teamed. Brown splits the defense, Brown hangs, off the window, it's good! Keith Brown with the big bucket, 21-16, Brown's in double figures with 10. I'm sure it'll be just a brief rest for the floor general for Kearsarge. Off the inbound, Zach Matos, nice feed from Ipadico, and it's back to a 3-point game, 21-18. Zach's got 4. Left-hand side, Gagnon. Left corner, Nystrom. Taylor Matos steps out on him. Up top, Gagnon. Now to Nystrom. Bounce pass, low block, kick out. Frank for 3. Kyle Frank drains the 3. 24-18. The biggest lead of the ball game is 6. And they've matched it again here. Pelham. Johnson right side. Johnson gets a pick from Zach Matos. Jumper blocked by Brown. Johnson got it back. Fed Starozic, corner 3. Joe Starozic gets into the act. 3-point game, cuts the lead in half. 24-21. Minute 20 left in the third. Line runner, no good. Rebound, Taylor Matos. Kearsarge can tie with a 3. But on the drive, it's Nordzi all the way in. Stuffed home. Zach Matos. 24-23. Final 40 seconds of the quarter. The Kearsarge crowd is going crazy. Kearsarge has taken the lead. A 3-pointer is good. And the Cougars are on top by 2, 26-24. Colin Loring on him. Here's Starozic, another 3. Starozic doesn't get that one to go, and Brown has the rebound. Pelham can retake the lead. 6:45 left to go. Brown with it. Brown, his 3. It's good! Keith Brown puts the Pythons back on top by 3. A 5-0 run by Keith Brown and the Pythons, and it's 29-26. Finds Nordzi. Nordzi drives right of the lane. It's a foul on Brown. That's 4 on him. Frank with it, left-hand side. Frank, right side, Gagnon, bounce pass, DiLoretto against Zach Matos. Kick out. Gagnon, runner. It's good. Trevor Gagnon, another runner. And Pelham's up by 3. 31-28. Gagnon's got 8. Second leading scorer in this game off the bench for the Pythons. Matos, Zachary. He gets it to Nordzi. Now Johnson's going to bring it up for Kearsarge. 31-30. Pelham up by 1. Kearsarge, though, can take the lead. Johnson drives. One-handed runner, drops in. Tommy Johnson, he's got 8. And Kearsarge on top, 32-31. 4.5 to play. Johnson left of the lane. Johnson dribbles out of trouble, feeds Zach Matos back to Johnson. Johnson right down the lane, right to the basket. Tommy Johnson has a knack for getting to the hoop. For a small kid, he's in double figures. He leads the Cougars with 10 points, and we're tied at 34. Throw it in bounds. Goes in deep to Kyle Frank. Frank with it down the lane. Bounce pass DiLoretto. Pump fake. Puts it up and scores. Got Zach Matos up in the air, and Cam DiLoretto scores his first 2 points, and they were huge. 36-34. Pelham, 2.5 to play. Here's Johnson, right-hand side. On the baseline, he scores! Tom Johnson, he's got 12. We're tied at 36, 2:20 to play. DiLoretto holding it high. Now to Frank, under 2 minutes to go. You hear the chants of defense. Frank, Gagnon for 3. The lead! Trevor Gagnon, a huge 3! And it's 39-36 Pelham. Gagnon's got 11. Minute 39 to play. Kearsarge down 3 with possession. Tommy Johnson drives the right of the lane. Fed it, Zach Matos down the lane. Offensive foul. Panaleo took the charge. It's Pelham basketball with 1:28 to go. And Zach Matos has just picked up his 4th. Has been great at the free throw line tonight. In his entire career, this is a huge free throw to make it a 2-possession game. And he calmly sinks it. And he turns to his crowd and says, make some noise. Timeout Kearsarge. Brown's second one. This could make it a 5-point game. He's got 19 in the game. And he sticks it. 41-36, 5-point lead. Kearsarge needs to hurry. 20 seconds left and they're not hurrying. Here's Nordzi behind his back. Nordzi in the lane. Got stripped by Frank, but stolen by Taylor Matos. Feeds Nordzi for 3. He hit the shot. 2-point game, 7 seconds. Pelham doesn't get a chance to take it in bounds as Kearsarge calls a timeout with 6.7 seconds left to go. Gagnon on the line. He's got 1 and 1 here. 2 free throws could pretty much ice this. But if he hits 1 or misses the first, Kearsarge has life. And he missed it. Rebound, Zach Matos. He's going to bring it up in the dribble. Up ahead, stolen by Brown. And Brown's fouled with 2.5 seconds left. And he'll go to the line. And Keith Brown can ice it. Takes a deep breath and a couple of dribbles. And he hits it. And again points to the Pelham fans behind their bench. 3-point game. This one could finish off the Kearsarge Cougars in a memorable Division III championship game. Brown dips and bends and hits. It's a 4-point game, 43-39. Matos gets it in. Nordzi at half court throws it up. It's no good. The final score, the Pelham Pythons 43, the Kearsarge Cougars 39. The Pythons have gone back-to-back with championships in Division III. Keith Brown caps his storied high school career with a 22-point effort, and Pelham wins it 43-39 over Kearsarge.
And the score, 10-43. From the individual board, 31 call, assistant coach Greg Tedeschi. Presented by Coach Matthew. And now, the players of the Pelham High School Vikings. Outstanding to the 2016
Division III back-to-back champion. This guy right here hit a huge three. Talk about that play. Both of you guys looked like you faked like you were going to shoot it, drew the defense in, and then hit him on the kick out in the corner. Talk about that play.
I mean, I went to shoot the ball, and I see one of the Twin Towers coming at me, so.
So you were going to shoot it.
Yeah, I mean, the kid.
I was giving you credit for the fake.
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do. You see that kid coming at me. I see Trevor the open shot, and he came up big, so.
Yeah. And all the credit to you to being ready for that shot. You taken some earlier in the game. You knocked it down, but talk about your mindset of getting that pass in the corner. That was a big moment in that game.
Well, I just saw Kyle drew out the Twin Tower, and then he passed to me. It was wide open, so I thought, might as well shoot it now. You got the opportunity, so I pulled it.
Yeah.
Money.
Cam, where's Cam? Cam, what's it like going against those guys? I mean, I know that you guys were, protecting the weak side with those lobs, but it's really difficult going against it. You hit a big basket off an out-of-bounds play late down low. You pump faked, finished on those guys, but talk about playing against them.
Yeah, it's not easy. They're huge. It's pretty hard to try to get in front of them and prevent them from catching the ball.
It's one thing seeing them on film and another thing playing out there, right?
Oh yeah, it was so much different. Yeah. They're huge, dude. I can't even get over it.
Keith, talk about weak side help. That's where you picked up a couple ticky-tack fouls, but what was the strategy going in Coach Regan had for you guys?
Regan told us in practice yesterday that we had to see the weak side because they do that lob thing from high, low, and from the side. So we just need to have our weak side defense on point today, and we did.
Yeah. What was the general feeling of all of you when you had 17 fouls and 4 of them were on your best player? I mean, talk about that. I mean, at one point, were you guys nervous or picking each other up?
That was just scary, to see him with 4 fouls. I was just yo, I'm gonna have to come in in the game with a rolled ankle and just oh geez, it was a very scary feeling. Yeah.
Keith, you got down late. I think that's exactly how he felt. Keith, you got down late and then you started taking over. You hit 5 straight points that were fairly ridiculous, including a 3-pointer out. Just talk about your mindset where you basically, I felt like you were saying, if we're going down, I'm going down, taking some shots here at the end.
Yeah, it's my last game playing with these boys, so I just had to come out. I knew we were down by 1, and I just had to make some good shots, and I came out and fired it, and they went in.
Yeah, saw our guys over there, Dylan Silvestri, Ryan Cloutier. Good to see those guys, but what's the difference? What's this team like? What's been your mentality all season long now that you're champions?
It was a totally different team. I mean, we had a lot of guys who could push the ball up the court and finish, and in transition, and we had Cloutier throw down every single game, so it was different from this year, but we knew we just had to come out, play hard every game, and it worked the whole year.
43-1 in 2 years, and it was a last-second free throw is the only difference between 44-0. I don't know what they want to do, back-to-back or whatever. I'm not doing the white man shuffle like Pete Terrier, but let's do it Pelham is the champions, back-to-back Division III.
Let's go. Back to back, baby. The only thing better than his earrings is his team. Back-to-back championships. Matt Regan, congratulations. How's it feel?
Feels pretty good, thank you. I honestly, for the first time, I'm speechless because you make me nervous.
This shirt makes me nervous. Look at this thing.
It's going in on a plaque in my office.
You gonna frame
I
that?
had a hard time getting it around my neck today, so I think it's time to put it away for good.
That's every shirt for me. Refs really let him play. This is a physical battle, and Kearsarge is so big down low. Just didn't look like there was any openings in the lane. I mean, what were you thinking about halftime when the score was 18-14? It was a real low-scoring game in the first half.
I mean that's a defense designed to stop one kid, and they did a really good job of it. And I thought early some of our other guys, we took a lot of threes early and weren't taking some of those high post shots that were good looks. It looked like we were afraid to shoot. But in the fourth quarter especially, I thought Trevor, Nystrom, I know he didn't make a shot, but they looked more confident in what they were doing. Kyle Frank, same thing. They really turned it up at a good time.
So Keith Prague gets 2 fouls early in the first quarter. You left him in there. I mean, and then in the third quarter, either late third or early fourth, he picked up his fourth. He didn't come out the whole game, but I mean, you just developed that trust with him that he knows how to play when he's in foul trouble, or were you just rolling the dice there?
No, I mean I have the utmost trust in him. He's been with me for 4 years. We've worked out together for a long time, so we're always on the same page. I mean, he's a smart kid. He's, in a state championship game, taking him out wasn't going to be the right answer unless he picked up a third. So, that's a credit to his intelligence, basketball IQ, with how he, handled the situation and just didn't do anything dumb from that point forward.
And it was sided 36-3 in the corner. I think it was Trevor hit the three. I mean, that just seemed to almost not quite break the back of Kearsarge, but it felt like they had the momentum at that point, and that kind of deflated them a little bit. Could you feel that on your sideline?
Yeah, I thought we were back on our heels at that moment, and it's a credit to these guys. They came up to me after the Conant loss and said, I think you need to have a little bit more trust in us as scorers, because I mean every offensive set, everything we had was for Keith, and these guys said let us go, and that's a credit to them, because I think they don't do some of the things that they did today if they didn't step up and and ask me to trust them. So
that was a turning point in the season, the Conant loss?
Yes, absolutely. I had to put more faith in our role guys, and like I said today, Keith, did what he did, but at the same time, they won us the game.
Are you going to try and redshirt Keith Brown for going up to D2 next year? Are you going to see if you can do that? One more year of eligibility?
Well, actually, I was going to redshirt Gagnon because he's so small that
wow, you
could mistake him for a freshman.
Look at Regan is taking shots during the interview. Man, he just Meek Milled one of his kids. Good grief! And now you're getting fired at. But so back-to-back championships, going back up to D2 next year, retiring the pink shirt maybe. I mean, does it get any better than this?
No, it doesn't.
Matt Regan, Pelham Pythons, back-to-back state champs, getting roasted by his kids.